Welcome to Actually Controller, the podcast that is actually Controller, and we are actually in control of everything you are hearing right now. I'm so very sorry.
Hello. Hey, your mic's not on.
I honestly did not believe, looking at your face, that you were actually going to behave.
I was behaving. I was waiting.
I know.
I'm not the problem child.
Hello,
I've
everybody.
never been the problem child. I've always been only... Okay, hey. If you're watching this on Patreon, thank you, first off.
Yeah. Join
But
Patreon.
you can look at my face and see my sincerity.
I am an innocent little boy.
I have never been the problem for Controller. Never once. Never.
Ever.
And you can tell by the way he's breathing deeply. I just wanted to share to make it legit. Now
That
he
even
can't
made me
bitch.
stop mid-drink.
I
It's
can't,
true.
or I shouldn't.
Again, thank you for your support. I love you
Yep.
guys.
Welcome back to Actually Controller.
Thank you.
Yep, you got Steve?
Chris.
Chad. I was taking a drink,
And
guys.
Jeff. It's
That's why
not
I
my
heard it
fault
came
that
in,
you were
like,
taking it at an unopportune time.
It's not my fault that you enjoy beer more than your responsibilities.
Drink your...
No, I
Chad.
drink responsibly.
Never been. See, as I said, Chad being the problem, look who's not being the problem.
Oh. You're right. Chad has perpetually just become the problem.
I am the problem.
Thank you for noticing.
Top of the episode, just to clarify for everybody, if you are listening only on Spotify, iTunes, all your standard podcast distribution areas, and you're noticing old episodes disappearing, that is because our distribution group drops episodes little by little as the time goes on after 90 days. If you want to listen to old episodes, hop over to our Patreon. All the video versions are there. If you don't want to do the video or you don't have the means for that, we completely understand. We still would love for you to check out the episodes. You can do that on our YouTube, as well as our Facebook, and look up the Actually Controller playlist.
Hit
All
the
of songs are
notification
there.
bell. Like,
Yes.
comment, and subscribe.
Bing.
Yep.
Bing bong.
Also, at the top of the episode, want to bring up that we are going to be on tour. September 1st
What?
is when everything starts.
Wait, so we're probably on tour right now? How are we doing a podcast when we're on tour?
We're magicians.
Majad.
No, I thought it was pronounced
actually
musicians.
Because we're
Yes.
controller. We're actually in control of everything that's going on.
Yeah, everything's fine.
Musicians are magicians sometimes.
Sometimes.
But, yes, we are starting the tour off. If you are in the Fort Wayne area, come out to Pierre's Stands Room September 1st. It will be us, CS Nautilus, our label mates for Curtain Call Records, Escape the Paradigm, and local homies that will be doing our debut with them, Faith in Nothing. Looking forward to the show. All of the bands, including us, all members, have discounted tickets available. Hit us up on our socials. Hit any of us up in person. We all can hook you up. Avoid all of the fees. Avoid all of the Ticketmaster fees and all that other junk. And then you can afford more beer and even possibly some merch, which is kind
Oh, what a segue.
of leading into the topic.
Look
this
at
guy. Look at this guy with the big head on his shoulder.
Oh, this guy.
This guy. So we were discussing what should we talk about, and
What is your
something-
favorite merch that you go and get when you go to a band?
Yeah, because every band is always in that like perpetual state of what do our fans want? What's going to be something different that kind of sets us apart, that gives something different to the fans out there that's not just your run-of-the-mill thing that every band has, which
that's messed up because mine is the run of the mill.
but that's fine, because if it's the run of the mill, it's the run of the mill for a reason. You don't have staplements because they were wrong.
Since I'm the run of the mill, I'm going first. I like buying CDs after I've seen a band.
But it's 2023. That might not be the run-of-the-mill anymore.
No,
I mean, it's
it
the
really
run of the
isn't.
mill for the old people. Okay, look, just because I'm geriatric and I look a little funny.
I'm going to start offering cassette tapes.
Oh, my, dude, those have honestly
Vinyl.
exploded.
Yeah.
I know. I've seen the
Cassette collection has exploded again. I mean,
Vinyl.
are the vinyl thing I get a little bit because that one
Not
has
so much local. But
Yeah.
yes, in terms of
But
analog.
So like,
Our-
if you're seeing a national, that's
our buddy Ben, he actually does a lot of different doom metal and black metal and all that stuff, and has his own label.
He's so cool.
That he does a lot of regional and even some international releases, but all of the releases are only digital, and the only physical is on cassette.
It's a good thing you said that.
So-
I was about to correct you. So
Yeah.
like he's got like Norway in that.
Yeah, no, the cassette boom has definitely been going again. I personally don't get it. I never really enjoyed the
all right,
sound.
So if you
the
like
reason,
CDs,
the reason why I like CDs, generally I try to grab what I just listened to at the show,
that was
so
my
that way,
question.
Yeah.
so that
you
way I
walk
can
up
compare.
and there's multiple options.
Exactly.
What CD you grab?
I'm trying to grab what they played the most of in the moment, so I can take it with me.
So that's
the
just
reason.
a note to self to make sure that you have a bunch of every single one of your albums on your set list.
Right. Well, I mean, and that's fair.
Yeah.
We do that too.
Oops.
Like
We're not doing that this tour.
I mean,
No,
but we do that.
we do
Buy
under-
all of our stuff. Don't listen to any. We
Buy all
play
the CDs.
literally all of the songs all of the time. If you don't know which album it's off of, that's fine. Buy them all. You'll make sure to get
You'll
it.
find it.
Yeah, you'll find
Yeah.
it. That being said, if you are interested, kind of to give a little bit of a prompt for if you're going to be at one of our shows here soon on the tour.
Oh no.
If you're interested in some of our older CDs, there happens to be one that we don't have at all anymore, but there's another one that we only have 6 copies left.
There's technically one
On
that's only
Gasp.
digital too. It's
Yes.
an EP.
That is true, but if you're a CD
Yeah,
person,
I am a CD
we're
person.
talking to you, Jeffrey.
yeah,
No.
if you
I
are
mean-
a CD
I thought
I
person,
thought he was coming at me. That's why
No.
I was like, "Hey,
I'm
hold
saying
on."
He's
if
sharing.
you happen
He's
to be
grabbing
out,
my toes.
so
I feel like I.
like that was him. We got Chad snorting now.
There's a little kitty sound in the background. It sounded like he was doing the paws. He was giving us the kitty
That needs to
mittens.
be
Jeff, you've rubbed off on
I
Chad.
think
No,
so.
that needs
I
to be
think
a
so.
podcast
He gave us,
goal.
He gave us the kitty
At
mittens.
least get
Did you
one.
hear? I was like, he's like, oh, that's funny. So we got the kitty
Oh,
mittens.
it's been a
from
long
Chad.
day.
Yeah.
We got the kitty mittens
Oh.
from Chad. That's amazing.
Oh, that's awesome.
But like legitimately, I want to hear the songs that I heard that night that grabbed me. That's why I'm buying this.
So I
CD.
can tell you from experience, when you have multiple EPs and albums available like that is definitely something I've tried to steer people to. Is like, this is what I like out of our catalog, and this is what we played tonight. So you can choose, what.
He was just saying, I don't like what we just played tonight. Here's what I like.
Yeah. And
mean,
also
just a
the
drummer.
big push, like with what we're doing here, is
the big.
the big push of like what we're about ready to do is we're about to go out on tour, and another thing, rightfully so, that most bands try to do if they have CDs is this is the brand new one.
Yep.
That's not
Showcase
necessarily
that.
saying this is favorite, this is not favorite, this is good. They say just this is the brand new one.
Yeah.
So if you're
Throw
wanting to
in
get
some
an
of the
idea
old
of where
favorites,
we've
but the show is centered around the new. Yeah.
Yep. So, I mean, when we played with Cane Hill, I was talking to their vocalist before their set, and I was like, because one of my favorite songs of theirs is one of their newer ones, and I was like, so, out of curiosity, is this run you're doing, because it was a shorter run, I was like, is this run you're doing really still trying to push the new material, or is this kind of a like throwback one for like all the old school fans on this run where you're not worrying really about pushing the new stuff? And he's like, oh no, we're exclusively pushing new stuff with like the exception of
Dude,
one song.
Cool. They're so cool, man.
Yeah, and he was like, I was like, thank you, because my favorite song is Blind. He goes, that's awesome. Thank you. I'm like, because I get it. I mean, when you're a band that's been around for a hot second, it's like
so many bands.
So, well, I don't like where they changed to and everything like that. So when you got somebody that's like, dude, one of my favorite songs of yours is some of the newest stuff you put out. Like, it's like, as an artist, you're like, yes.
Legitimately, you're headed the right direction, my friend.
Yep.
Yeah, and like huge shouts to Cane Hill. They were fabulous.
Yep. But yeah, the CD thing, if you are interested in some of our stuff, this tour run might be the last opportunity to get some of our old albums on CD, because we're not reprinting any of the old albums.
That's right. So CDs, cassettes,
Throw 'em out the
vinyl,
window.
what have you.
Yeah.
On the highway.
This one's a coaster.
Yep.
Honestly, it's generally CDs because that's what I have to. Like, I don't have a.
See how far they saucer down the hill.
Is it because I talk over everybody? Is that why you did that?
What?
That's fabulous. That's fabulous. Thank you, Chris.
And the crowd
Anyway.
goes silent.
Anyway, what I was saying was either, and that might even need to be a hashtag retake, but
I don't know. I wasn't paying enough attention to know if something slipped in there. I'll find it in editing.
Yeah.
He'll find it.
Slip it in.
But
God.
that was me as CDs, and I want to hear the music that I'm actually into in the moment.
And honestly, I think that's
going
a
away
kind
with
of that used to be a lot more common. I don't think that's as common nowadays as
It's what I'm
what
hearing.
you're thinking it
I
might
mean,
be.
and that's
but
what I'm hearing, man.
There's a band in the South Bend, Mishawaka area that I did not mention in the last one. Don't know why I didn't, but they sell their debut release was on USB stick, but the USB stick was a wristband.
Oh,
Mhm.
wow.
So you can download it, and then you also have a permanent like memento to take with you while you're. And then if you ever need to, you can just re-download it or whatever.
That's really
Right.
cool.
So like in the clasp, it ends up
What-
opening up. And
What band? What band?
See this through.
See this through?
see this through.
See this through?
Like I'm gonna see this through.
Okay, yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
That's actually really cool.
They're like a
idea.
Breaking Benjamin type sounds.
That's
All
really
I
cool.
did look into that, unfortunately, for our current financial status and
Oh,
everything
yeah,
like that.
no.
There's a little outside of this current merch.
We
run.
have a lot of our finances
So-
tightly packed on this one.
Yeah.
So now that he mentioned our finances, if you would like to also like to be part of our Patreon, okay,
Please.
hashtag retake.
No, actually, I appreciate that one because we're actually releasing this episode a little out of order than what we were originally planning to do. We're releasing this one right before the tour starts. If you are in a position to be able to help us out, we would greatly help it by, hopping on, subscribing to our Patreon, so that way we can also give you something in return for it. It would be awesome.
You can hop on Patreon, $10, and you can binge watch every podcast that we have.
You got almost 30 episodes that you can binge watch all at once if you really want to.
Plus, there's
Yeah.
plus on Patreon we have some cutting room floor songs that did not make it into the recording
This is true.
studio.
Yep.
It was just practice recorded songs.
I feel like I don't even know these things. I gotta subscribe.
You should probably
You should subscribe.
man.
Yeah, and
It's
then
only
we got
$10.
I'm
renderings of artwork.
I'm working on getting more artwork put up. There's only like a couple albums worth of stuff that's up there now.
Yeah, they've been getting exclusive first peeks to a lot of the Find Yourself
Oh, yeah,
artwork
they-
before anybody else has.
They had
and,
the first peek of the Find Yourself art.
if for whatever reason though, and I totally get it, if you cannot do the Patreon thing because it's a committal thing, but you still want to be able to help us out, totally get it, and we appreciate it. With that, you can go to our link tree, and we have a box called Tips for Gas.
Tips for gasoline.
And you can put in any dollar amount. If it's $1, $5,
Thank you.
$100, anything in between.
Yes,
Thank you.
and thank you.
We thank you immensely, and it goes further than you would ever imagine.
Thanks for not
And
letting
comment-
us get
comment
stuck
your favorite
in.
merch so we can kind of
Yes.
consider it
Yeah.
in the future.
Yes.
Or other bands
So-
can say like, "Oh, that's a good idea."
Yeah, when it comes to merch, I like shirts. I love band shirts, but I've gotten into the point of trying to find the odd merch items. Like I've gotten enamel pins from people.
Yeah.
I have a grinder
That's
that had the
amazing.
band logo on it.
Yeah.
And
I
it's
saw people with like panties and other weird stuff.
I've
that
got
I'm
a
like,
I got a disc
socks.
golf disc from Alter Bridge.
Was it Alter
No,
Bridge?
Tremonti.
Mm.
Tremonti.
that's cool. Yeah,
So-
yeah. I like seeing the oddball.
Nonpoint
merch
had
items.
dice the last time
Oh, I
I
would've
saw
They've
loved
got a
them.
lot of cool things
Yeah.
too. They had that little pill that had the full like video album, like
Right.
the whole thing.
All in the thing.
Supposedly that's a collector's piece if you're a Non-Point fan. So
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, just to get a little more clarification, though, because for bands out there, and even for ourselves, and to a degree, you said shirts.
Mhm.
Shirts can kind of be way too broad of a term, though, because I know a lot of bands, including ourselves, have really him-hawed multiple times of do we just do the T-shirt? Do we do long sleeve shirts? Do we also do some hoodies?
The
Do we
tour
do
shirts,
tanks?
though, the tour shirts have the dates
Yeah,
on it.
but the thing is not a lot of not a lot of the bands that I've gone and seen have had those available in the sizes that I want, or in the or in the style that I want. Even when we went and saw Spirit Box.
Yes.
Like one of the main shirts I really wanted that night, they didn't have in my size. By the time I got to the merch booth,
I was going to say, because I think we were also like halfway through the tour run as well too.
Yeah.
On our date
Yeah.
that we went to see them. So, and I totally get it. You can only, anticipate so much merch on your pre-order.
And it's like CS
that.
Nautilus when I went and talked to them because they had a really cool shirt design that I liked, but they did not have it in my size.
I was in the same boat. There's
I'm
one,
like,
and they're
oh.
like, nope, we got it in medium, and that's it. I'm like, not going to work for me.
Yeah, that ain't going to fit around this big old belly.
Yeah, so for me with shirts, so going with style, like I'm the one that'll walk up to a merch table, and if all your shirts are black, I'm not going to buy a shirt. I have too much. I have enough black in my catalog. I want something unique. I want something different. And every band has black shirts.
Yeah.
I want something that's going to be either it's the color or the design is completely different. Even if the design is great, but it's on a black shirt,
Right.
I will wrestle with myself, and most of the time I still won't buy it.
Because it's another black
it's black.
shirt.
I don't want
It's another
black.
black shirt.
And don't get me wrong, we still have multiple black shirt
shirts, yeah.
options.
I'm just saying
But-
that's my personal preference. It's
No.
personal style.
And I agree with you, though, because you and I have been siding with that for years and years of the give something other than a black shirt
Well,
option.
that's why Controller's very first shirt was white.
Yeah.
It was white
Yeah,
with
we sold
black
out
print.
within the first, 2 shows.
Yeah. Yeah,
White,
because we
red.
went with a white shirt. It was,
White shirt with black print.
Yep.
One of my other bands had red.
Yep.
And that was nice because we did one of those battle of the band things. Like, hey, if you don't have a actual TKB shirt, then wear a red shirt. And it was amazing. See how much in a sea of black, all this red just popping
easy
up.
to pop through.
Everybody's wearing red, and it was pretty cool.
All the Mob 9 shirts, the original ones when I first started, they were all the Pepsi logo, and we were getting hit. People were like, "You're gonna get sued," and we're like, "We're
Sorry,
not
PepsiCo.
selling. We're not selling enough of these
Yeah.
for them." To
It's
care."
like, once we start moving thousands of units, then we can worry about
right,
this.
exactly. But it was a white shirt with the Pepsi logo on it and said "Abate Your Thirst, Mob 9."
Fair. So, granted, you're saying that they don't have your size or whatever sometimes, but if given the opportunity and you knew the band was going to try to cater to an assortment, obviously, yes, the T-shirt is there and everything, but what would you, from a shirt perspective, really wish you could see more often?
Oh man, that's rough because I don't wear a lot of long sleeve other than button down or button up style work shirts. I'll wear long sleeve, but
Even hoodies?
I'm always rolling. I rarely hoodies I wear as a winter coat.
That's
so,
fair. That's fair. Yeah, we're in
I'm the standard T-shirt type of person.
Yeah.
Just give me different colors, give me different designs. Give me
So-
if you have a good one that's got the tour dates on it, I'll want to grab that to represent because I know
Yeah,
that this
tours.
shirt was intended for this tour.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
And
kinda
if
where
you are
I'm at.
interested in that, we will have a very, very, very limited supply of those at the show.
Yeah, tour T-shirt.
If you happen to not get there and get an opportunity to get your size, we will have that available on our online store, though, for you to be able to get.
So speaking of wrestling with myself about a shirt, there is a black shirt that I own that's one of my favorite. I don't wear it very often, but it's a Dickies button-up shirt. And it actually is this design, my tattoo.
Oh, nice,
on the back,
nice.
it's just the big old
Big
sun.
sun.
I've been
Right
wanting
here's
to
the big
get my own personalized
Should
controller
Yep.
button-up
Dickies.
shirt done, and I've talked to Steve. It's just I haven't pulled the trigger to get the design done to get it put on and stuff. But no, I've been wanting to do my own work shirt for me.
I think that we need a Chad shirt. So if you guys want to go ahead and put extra money into our Patreon,
So that way we can have a
make
That's So Chad shirt.
That's
So
a
Chad.
So
That's So
Chad.
Chad.
Yeah, that's So Chad shirt.
That's So
Help
Chad.
us make this happen. I
Yep.
love you guys.
On the side here, it just says Chad is here.
Chad is here, and then on the back, I'm So Chad.
I'm
You
so
know,
So
Chad.
Yeah.
we got the T-shirt guy, we got the CD guy. You said that you like to lean into looking for odd merch.
That was
what.
me.
Well,
that's what
yeah,
I said.
but-
yeah, I don't know. I don't go to the merch table thinking I want to get this or that. I do. I'm good with shirts. I like shirts as long as they're not black and the design's unique. It really just depends on what the band offers. I do shy away from koozies. I know that's a real popular one.
yeah.
And bracelets. because I don't utilize those.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you know,
So-
wearing them.
Yes, they're popular, but that's just not what I do. I don't use koozies.
Right.
Probably.
I will say
definitely
I have a
something
whole
unique.
drawer of them
Something I could
upstairs.
display. Like if I'm not going to wear it, it's going to be something that I can actually put up display. So like that disc I was talking about, I can hang it on a hook and it's just right there. The same tour, the tour right after that, I went to a Shinedown show and they had a mini replica of an Evans drum head with the exact same logo that he had on his kick drum. So I'm like, that's pretty cool because I'm not going to be able to get his drum head.
Right.
So I've got a replica. And
Well,
then,
or have necessarily the wall space for
yeah,
that
it's
size
like
of a.
I want to say maybe like a 10 or 12 inch.
That's
nothing
cool.
majorly huge, but I mount that up there and put my ticket right there, and there's the memorabilia for me. So
Yep. Well, and because you like to collect drumsticks, if you ever end up stumbling on a drumstick to pair with it.
So that's the funny thing I do. So I try to get them obviously the Hard Rock Cafe, but for concerts, I actually try not to. It's again I wrestle with myself. Like if it's a band that I really 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 love, and I know I'm not going to catch a drumstick, like what are the odds?
Right.
I might buy the drumstick off the table, but. Part of me that feels like it's cheating. Like I'm cheating the opportunity of getting a stage used,
Yeah,
like tore up. Like,
It actually was
So-
used right
Yeah.
then.
In that respect, though, do you feel that way about pushing your own sticks?
yes, that's why I do.
Do you feel so?
Anyway,
You
with regards to merch, I have my own signature stick that'll be at the table for
Yes,
those of
he
you.
Yes.
Because unlike those national touring bands, I can't throw out 3, 4, 5 sticks every show we
Yeah.
play.
we don't get that level of
Yeah.
discounts.
If you
let's just
wanna
say
give
it's
us
not an
that
actual-
level
it's
of
not an
discount,
endorsement
that'd be
to a point
awesome.
that they're giving. I had to pay for them. Okay, I had to pay for them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but
and there's-
if you're
It's
buying
a sponsorship. It's not an endorsement.
If you are buying any of our sponsored drumsticks, that helps us make sure that we have money in the
It
kitty
makes
to
us.
do all
Yep.
these.
It makes sure we feed our drummer.
Something
Yeah,
we
quite- I
actually
I can turn
do
around and buy
have.
more sticks.
Something we do have from
It's
our
breaks
drummer,
like
though,
150
that is
bucks a
going
brick.
to be
Yeah.
at the merch table for this run. Don't know how long because there's only 2.
Ooh.
We do have
Speaking of
2
unique,
Yeah.
stage used
Stage
and
used.
broken
Right.
China cymbals.
Yes.
which if you're following our podcast, I've always called it the controller sound for the
It
drummer.
is.
Yes.
That particular China.
I need
That
to get on it
particular
and see if I
China,
can
we
find one.
have 2 broken ones that are fully autographed
Yep.
and stickered.
18-inch Agazarian.
Yep.
Amazing
China.
sound.
We will have
amazing
2 of those at the merch table. As soon as those
One
are
of them was
gone,
last
they're
used in
gone.
the studio. It finally died in the studio. So it's,
Yep.
yeah.
It died while we were doing the last thing with it.
Ooh, that sounds different. I hope you got a good
Yep.
take everywhere else.
hilarious.
But yeah, we we do try to lean into giving options and different things for merch. And like I know you were talking about not really liking to lean into the koozie thing and all that stuff. Hence why I
like
tried
the
to
idea
do
of what you're doing with
Yeah,
it. Yes.
like
Or,
what-
Sorry, what we're doing. What? No.
yeah,
we're doing.
what's happening with our koozies, I just did another manufacturing of our next run of koozies for this upcoming tour and going forward and everything. And something that for me always annoys me about koozies is when the logo's on the side, that's all cool and fine and dandy, but your hand covers the logo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's
you
not
got
like the
nothing to look
person's,
at.
like,
You got
product
nothing to
placement.
show anybody. It's just something that's wrapped around the can and nobody's any of the wiser. We opted to actually put the logo on the
Underneath.
bottom side of the koozie so that when you're tipping the can up,
It's a stroller.
you're seeing
Somebody else
controller
can see what you
displayed
bought.
to everybody in front of you, and you can maybe get to share, the merch and info and the band and all that
Steve.
stuff.
Thinking outside the box.
Yep. So
Shugo.
that's another thing that I know a lot of bands like us try to do, where we're not trying to reinvent the wheel with some brand new merch item that nobody has ever done, but can we present a familiar merch item in a new
so-
way?
Which is why I love a lot of our shirt designs that have the side art
Side print.
side print for the shirt.
Yeah,
I love it
t-shirts.
because it throws the
Looks so
print
good.
in an awkward position.
I
So
will.
I have seen, in terms of like weird merch, I have seen condoms, and I've considered that for one of my bands.
Yep.
And more recently, I've considered Jones Soda
Okay.
because they do custom labels, so you can
that
do
would be
you can
cool.
do a custom
You could
label.
do your
and, like,
own Jones.
I gotta
soda.
first of all cost, and then I gotta figure out what the resell
Yeah.
the legalities of reselling
We
it.
could
to.
have our own
Transportation
controller
of that as
Coca-Cola.
well is
Yeah, that's a good point.
Controller cola.
I got about 20 cases of
I call it
soda.
soda, because
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
You crafty guy.
Yeah.
So you were thinking I was a brainy for the segue. Look at you over here.
soda for one of my other bands. It's called
Crafty
soda.
guy over here. Yeah, we're not doing video game controllers. Those are too specialized.
I mean,
That might be
maybe
fun,
we
though.
could.
we could.
From
we can offer
Island.
skins.
We could.
Ooh.
That might be all right, actually. Hey, if you guys want controller skins for
For
your
your-
controllers,
Let us know what.
let us know.
We'll create a running list of what is the most prevalent consoles from you guys.
And if you use them, you will
PS4,
probably
PS5,
be better.
Xbox.
Yeah.
What's
At your
the newest
games.
Xbox?
Xbox Plus.
XS1. I don't know.
or
no, it's
something.
X.
Is it X?
Yeah.
Did Elon Musk get a hold of it?
I thought
Yes.
that was Twitter.
No, we got
No, that's
X.
Microsoft. That can't be. No,
I have to check.
that's crossing the streams. There.
Never cross the streams.
But
Don't
vinyl
pro-
covers and stuff like that.
Dude,
and
that
even, like,
actually, I
clips.
like that idea
that's great.
of
Yeah, controller skins.
controller skins.
We'll have to look into that and see what the even feasibility is with
Isn't it
something like
just
that.
It's like a decal sheet.
Yeah, it's just a decal.
it's a vinyl.
But I don't know
Like a vinyl
who does it
stretchy
and
thing.
what the quantity is for
Hey,
all
if
that
you
type of
guys
stuff.
know, hit us up.
Someone
Yep.
do the research for us.
yeah, if you want
all
this.
for
And then we're
somebody-
gonna buy them at like cost, and then turn around and sell it to you.
Hey,
Yeah.
well, and if
If
you
you
help
give us the lead, we'll give you a freebie.
there you go.
Ooh.
There you go. Right there.
Incentive.
That's what
Yep.
I was looking for.
So for me, when it comes to merch, I don't
Apples,
like to
you like
list.
real food. You wish that more bands
No.
brought real food.
I don't want a ham sandwich from a band that's
I
touring.
mean, though, if bands brought real food
Nope.
at their merch,
setting up an assembly line delicatessen.
that I might go
that'd be
to.
really cool. You get like one of those charcuterie boards.
Yeah.
You know?
Shot of cootery,
Charcuterie.
the shark cootie.
It's all like
yeah, the
sorted.
charcuterie
It's all
board.
stored with like the T-shirts and stuff. And
Yeah.
you just pull out a box. Of
Yeah, you just pull that out in like a
ingredients, and
cheese tray. It's so good.
They're like, let me get my George
Bands,
Foreman.
Yep.
yo, bands. It's time to like really pick it up.
Step it up.
Yeah.
For me though, I
Bring in the
like to look
panini
at
press.
I look at the odd items, but I don't like to go and look at the like way left field ones where I'm like, I don't see the point in
a
certain
charcuterie
like.
board.
Yeah, I would definitely not see the point in a charcuterie board. Be like, cool.
Well, now
I'll
you're
just get mine at
now
Target.
you're smack talking about everything
Well,
we
see,
just
now we
talked
got to get
about.
a wooden board with the controller logo on the inside, so people can serve their charcuterie on a controller
Their
board.
charcuterie.
Okay, fine.
Our charcuterie.
All right, continue.
But for me, I do enjoy the occasional band that will bring vinyls records to their merch table with them on tour, because there have been times where I was really hoping I was actually going to get to the most recent Sleep Token show that was going to be up in Detroit. The tickets, because of the adjustable ticket pricing,
Yeah.
went way through the roof.
Pricing
yeah,
for
I
that
saw
show?
that.
Huh?
It's called dynamic pricing.
Yeah, the dynamic pricing.
Wow.
So the dynamic pricing on that show, the ticket started at release at a $70 ticket. Within 2 weeks, it went up to $450.
Oh, come on, Ticketmaster, quit it.
$450 per
Yeah.
ticket.
That's
Quit it.
dynamic.
And that's not a
That's
a resale. That's the actual
that's a
ticket.
Yeah,
Ticketmaster
that's buying
thing.
it from Ticketmaster. So obviously, I didn't get to go to that show. However,
I'll get
from
your
what I was,
KOTB tickets.
yeah, from what I was told, though, one of the things that they were running around with them at the merch table was their original EPs on vinyl,
Yeah.
and those have been sold out from their online store and all the other retailers
Yeah.
for almost a year now.
Over what? Oh, over a year.
Yeah, so it's one of those, oh, cool, if I get to go to the show,
Right.
they have a backstock of these that I could actually get access to, and then also not be getting gorged by all the shipping and handling and all that type of stuff. So when bands offer those type of things where it's this isn't some exclusive, you can only get it at like a tour type thing, it's something we've released,
Yeah, it's
but
like,
it's a little bit more challenging to get your hands on.
yeah, and it's like legitimately probably one of the only ways you're gonna get your hands on it right
Yep.
now.
So
Yeah.
without the like secondary market type thing of
Right.
this is a collector's item now
Right.
type thing.
Controller's going to release collector's series koozies.
We have talked about that. No, we've actually talked about that.
Can we
that
get like
each one of
little
them-
USB guys stuck in it, like into the koozie itself?
No.
That has no. Hear me out. Hear me out.
No. Because it's manufacturing,
Well,
and
no,
I'm
no,
not
no.
a seamstress.
You're not hearing me out. I asked you to hear me out.
All right.
Are you hearing me out now?
Yeah.
Okay. We take all the podcasts and we put it on there.
But then they wouldn't need to subscribe to Patreon.
No, listen. Hear me out, though. Hear me out.
I'm just trying to think about where a USB stick or cable would go on a koozie without being ruined.
The zipper. Hello, the zipper.
I mean,
only
hanging
bottle.
from the zipper ring.
Yeah, the
I
zipper.
can't
ring.
imagine,
But that was on
having my drink-
bottled
I'm going to put my
koozies.
drink right next to my computer so I can plug it in. No, that's
I mean, okay, fine, fair.
There's some
But
logistics to that, buddy.
I think that the USB with the stuff. If
But
you
we
think
heard
it's
him
a
out.
great idea, go ahead
We
and
listened.
say I
Jeff's
listened
awesome.
and Jeff's awesome.
Hashtag
They're
Jeff's awesome.
Hashtag
Never gonna
Jeff's
listen
awesome.
to me, but let me know that I'm awesome.
No, you can do the USB thing like on a necklace or something like.
I mean,
There's also other ways.
but
to
it's
do
better
that.
on a koozie because then it's like
in a dog tag or
guarding your alcohol,
Gardening your alcohol?
guarding your alcohol, alcohol.
Alcohol.
So, yeah, for
Where
me,
you going
it's
with my yin yang.
I was cutting you off.
Yeah.
That's what that was.
so for me, it's the pseudo odd or more challenging to find
Are you
merch
hungry?
item.
I am,
Talking about
dude.
food and gardening now. I mean,
I'm like,
He needs nuggies.
dude, like I kind of always need chicken.
You kind of always
nuggets.
need nuggies.
Dude, like
Um,
chicken, like were they
I think
ever-
it's about time to go
Yep.
get some nuggies.
Yeah, I think it's about
It
that
is.
time. Thank you very much for listening to this episode.
it's like a Tillamook
we
oil.
just,
I love it.
We had other things to talk
like
about. He's
food.
like, you know what? That's good. I'm out.
Yeah.
Chicken nuggies. They called it.
So we will be starting the tour. We kind of flip-flop the rotation of the episodes, so you will be seeing this one before the start of the run. If you were in the Fort Wayne area, come out to Pierre's September 1st.
Buy
Catch
our
us
merch.
We would
with
love to
everybody.
see you.
We are hoping to make sure that we have all of the Find Yourself CDs and
Absolutely.
shirts and koozies and bracelets
Bracelets.
as well.
Bracelets. We decided on bracelets.
I don't
They're
do
really
bracelets,
good.
so I was just,
Yeah.
Yeah, but we got some to sell now.
that's the joke. I don't do bracelets.
Oh, why not?
I give them away.
Oh,
He don't do it.
I just don't.
And
Anyway.
with that
Anyway.
being said, we love
Yes.
your guts. Thank you so much for joining us.
We will
here
catch you out on the
Actually
Echoes of
Controller.
Tomorrow tour. See you everyone later.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to Actually Controller. If you liked what you heard, please consider following us on all our socials. You can easily find us on all the different platforms by going to linktree/controller33 or scan the QR code if you are watching the video version of this episode. Thank you.